Christina Clark. Let me just find, oh, wait, 1 second. Okay, so, she stands charged with, are you Christina Clark?
Yes, ma'am. Do you want me to come up here?
So she stands charged with evading arrest, aggravated assault, harassment of a public servant. It looks like they all came out of the same incident. What is this about?
This all started just because she didn't have a license plate on her car.
Okay.
She initially stopped on the gave her command. She refused. She then drove off on the officer chased after her. At one point, she stops at her apartment complex. Officers block her in. Causing injury to the officer. When they're taking her out of the car, the other officer is in his face.
Have a seat, sir. When she's
When they're pulling her out with handcuffs, when she sniffs in one of the officer's face.
okay. So the spitting is the harassment.
Yes, sir.
The aggravated assault is her reversing.
Reversing and crashing into the vehicle of her officer.
Okay, and then does she have any fires?
She has I think pending one.
Balin is stopping under eight.
No, I think it's Spader that says
Balin is stopping him information. When was that?
from 2021. For some reason, it still shows pending around.
Shows pending? Where? In this court?
No.
In what court? Because that's a hybrid felony.
It's not the rendering, Your Honor. It's the give information. It's the misdemeanor.
Okay, I get it. Okay. And when was that?
2021.
Okay. And what's your, is all the discovery done on this? Probably not, right? Oh, is it all done? So all the
I
discoveries
think
are,
we have just about everything. I wanna meet with these officers once I've viewed all the videos, and there's quite a bit of it. The prosecutors actually, this today, got me an offer, as quickly as they could, because I know. So I expect, I hope the coordinator, maybe a pretrial conference or a motion setting, if they have any issues.
how much time do you need?
Really?
Like 30
6
days?
weeks to do it.
All right. So we'll do a 6-month reset. What was your offer to, Ms. Clark?
ATC or PSI on public service.
Wow, okay. Let's get a 2-month reset, and that'll be plenty of time for you to talk with the officers, get the rest of, watch those recordings. I don't know how long they are, I don't know how many hours they are, and then, review everything with your client, and then, come in here and decide what it is you're gonna do.
Appreciate it, thanks.
All right, so just ask Mary for, 6 weeks for you to review and so forth.
Excuse me. You have a business card?
No.
What's your name? You don't have a name?
Can I help you, sir?
I'm just trying to figure out who you are.
You're
You're
trying to
public.
file
You're,
grievance. I heard from the COO.
excuse me?
You can go sit down.
I'm trying to find grievance.
What do you,
I just wanted to know his name. I know your name. I just wanted to know his name. I didn't know his name.
oh, I'm Vanessa Velasquez.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah,
Edward
sure.
Vasquez.
Say again, sir.
Edward Vasquez.
Thank you, sir. That's all I asked. They just had a hearing without allowing you to speak, which is a violation of the law. I was explaining to her that they just had a hearing and they did not afford you the accused rights to being heard in this meeting about what's going on. I've seen numerous violations of the law in this case, and my attorney is not willing to address those, or her attorney is not willing to address those. So I guess we're gonna have to do some more research.
We weren't set for a hearing today. We weren't set for a hearing today, so come on.
I apologize if I'm interfering.
Okay, come on up. But we weren't set for a hearing today.
I understand, ma'am, but either we were summoned either we were summoned here today, we had a capias, or we had a warrant. She was released from jail without a bail hearing, which is a violation of rule number 9 of local county court, Harris County Court rules. She has not been afforded probable cause. She has not been afforded evidence of the probable cause hearing because she hasn't had a bail hearing. she has not been afforded due process.
Okay, hold on a second. First of all, I would imagine that she went to the magistrate's court right after she was arrested.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
She wasn't?
No, ma'am.
Did she not go to the magistrate's?
No, ma'am. They concocted a scheme to not allow her to go.
Okay, because typically what happens to, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying that typically what'll happen is that when they're arrested, then they go to the magistrate's court, and then those magistrates are really judges, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So then they listen to what the allegations are.
Yes, ma'am.
And they decide whether or not there's probable cause, and that they set bonds, which I would imagine, she's got 3 cases, she must be on bond, right?
Yes, ma'am. I produced the bond. I'm the surety for that bond.
okay.
And
'Cause there's 3 bonds.
Yes, ma'am. And the problem with that is, according to your rules, the Harris County rules,
Yes, sir.
she was not supposed to be allowed to be bailed on a money bond without having the pre-trial, the bail hearing, according to the rules of Harris County.
Huh. Well, that's strange, because typically what'll happen is that the magistrate sets a bond, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then if they can make the bond, then they come to court like they normally do.
Yes, ma'am.
And if they can't make the bond, and the bond for whatever reason can't be made because maybe they don't have enough money, or they don't have a job, or whatever, then at that time, the lawyer would ask the judge to reduce the bond, and then if the judge denied that, then there would be a full-blown hearing. And so it looks like we're past that, though.
Yes, we skipped over it, ma'am. We failed to do it at all. That's what we did. We just said, no due process in this case. We're just gonna skip to the next stage.
Okay.
The sheriff in this matter is also not failed to do his job according to the rules of Harris County.
Okay, so now where we are today, I see her name on the docket.
Right, ma'am.
And I see that the case is 93 days old.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's been indicted on a timely basis.
There's no indictment on this, ma'am.
I'm showing, well, I'm looking at my docket sheet, and here it says it was indicted. Can you tell me whether or not these cases were indicted?
Sure, September the 13th.
Okay, so they were just indicted on the 13th.
Of what month, I'm sorry, was that?
September is what the prosecutor said.
And so that was a violation of the Constitution of the state, because she cannot be held on a felony unless through an indictment.
Okay, and so she has been indicted, so now where we are is that I tried to make sure, I don't know where Mr. Radosevich is, he's there. I wanted to see what the state of the discovery was. For instance, if an offense report, if there's any photographs, whatever the law enforcement agencies have been given to him.
Yes, ma'am.
And he said that they had, but he needs to review some tapes.
And-
So that's where we are.
And is that information, if I'm correct, is supposed to be forwarded on to the actual defendant in this
Well,
case?
some of it can, some of it's privilege, but he knows that, he's been around for a long time.
Okay.
So that's where we are today, and so I've given a 2-month reset in order for him to be able to look at all of that.
Right, ma'am.
And also review it with Ms. Clark.
Right.
And then come back in a couple of weeks, and then we go from there. If the case can be worked out, or if it can't, and it's set for trial.
Is there a management, the coordinator for the management court, I believe I heard you say that? The court manager?
I'm the manager.
Okay, I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I'm trying to.
I'm the manager.
Okay, in this scenario, I believe our remedy and our opportunity is to present a pro warranto to the court to establish by what authority this court has. And it's not you, ma'am, I understand
No,
that
I
you are,
get
it's the paperwork and the procedures that
You're always welcome to do that.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
And you've got a really good lawyer, so.
I don't
mean,
think so.
If you could, all right, well, if you could just maybe have some time, you all, and/or hire another lawyer.
I'm
If
just
you're not-
file sanctions on him and we'll get it all together. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sure, thank you, sir.